Hello everybody, Keith here, and welcome back to Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver Remastered. And, as you know, last episode we fought Kain. And, while we weren't able to get the trophy initially, what we were able to do, however, was actually a little bit better, I think. We were able to actually, somehow, on the second attempt, we were actually able to get the trophy on a second attempt at that fight. In particular, let's see. Let's see, where is it? Of course, we have to pull it up this way. Let's see. Ah, here we go. And whack. We were able to actually beat Kain on the second attempt, making it... This was done off screen, as I said, but it is to be expected. However, there is another one we were able to get, but this was another one we did on that very same playthrough, and we just kind of flipped a box on top of a Melchihim because it was the easiest way to get it done at the time. We could have done it in Zephon, but I feel like that would have been way less of a headache. So, now that we're caught up, my goal for today is to beat Zephon proper, and, most importantly, we're going to make an attempt at the Sound Glyph today. And also, don't worry about these ones. Those are vampire worshippers. Do not worry about them, they are not our problem. Okay. So, anyways... Last episode, we got enough of the puzzles done to open this area up, and also the bell puzzle, unfortunately, is bugged. So, I was talking. That's not nice. Anyways, after I completed the bell puzzle, I used that opportunity provided by completing it to do the shift puzzle, which allowed me to open this door and get a health pickup that was in here. I'm not going to go back in there because, well, I've got the pickup, there's no point. So, we're going to go ahead and proceed into further into Zephon now, since we have everything we need. Get out of here. I knew I should have grabbed a spear before I left. So, the next set of puzzles will allow you access to the second airflow, or the second air stack. And we are going to briefly touch in on some of the cut content for this, but not at the moment. Okay, I think that was just a trap. Real spooky one there. Okay, so originally in the cut ending, this was going to be some kind of turning deal that would use the constrict ability, and this would have led to a set of sounding pipes. And while we will discuss that cut ending here in a little bit, it's very important to remember that it was only cut due to ambition. A lot of ambition at that. It was very badly handled, I think. here, Soul. Oh boy. And judging from the fact that that second one isn't broken, it means we probably did something wrong last episode, and we're gonna have to go back down and fix it. But first, this. Bang. Uh-oh, we're stuck. Throw him into the fire. Whee. You know, considering his feet are over the fire, you'd think he wouldn't burn immediately, but oh well. Alright. Kaboom. I'll be taking that. Let's see. Is there anything else we can do here? Triggers are a little finicky. Okay, we gotta go. Alrighty, let's keep on moving here. And I believe we have a set of vampire hunters over here. Or not vampire hunters, vampire worshippers, like that. It sounds like a Wilhelm scream, sort of. Okay, come on. Okay. And kaboom. Okay, moving on. Let's see if we can't salvage this pole on the way out. Now, yeah. Looks like we can't, darn it. Wow, wow, wow. And shrunk. Yeah, this would have been a roundabout. Had that original hallway be included, you would have been able to go in a complete circle from that point. My guess is there would have been 2 of those little deals that would turn the larger pipes at the top of the cathedral. But of course, as you already know, because that ending was cut, we're never really going to see that cathedral. It's not even in the lost levels, which is admittedly very sad. And as you can see here, we're missing something, so we gotta go run all the way back downstairs and try again. My guess is it's probably that block puzzle on the far right. Which means we gotta go drop all the way back downstairs, all the way down the hole. Holy crap, he's T-posing! Oh, that's so much easier. Alrighty. Whoa, hello. Somebody's throwing stuff. Bad vampire worshiper, bad. Okay. But yeah, by the way, in case you're wondering what I was referring to with the bell problem, it doesn't play all the way. So hopefully some update in the near future will fix that little oversight. Wait, I think I did that wrong. And I just realized where I have to go, so hang on, just bear with me for a second. Okay, let's see where I screwed up. Okay. I need a pole. Boy, they sure like to get stuck under the wall, don't they? Ooh, hello, we found our problem. Let's see. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That was my fault. That was my B. I completely lapsed. Though that one's actually in the correct spot, I think. Yeah, the click usually gives you a pretty good indicator that it's in the right place. Okay. Okay, that's my... Yep, Definitely in the wrong spot. Okay. Luckily, at least we caught that one early enough that we can get it fixed immediately. Unlike last time I tried to do this, it took me like forever getting anything done. Just gonna move this over here. And, oop, no, you go that way. Click. There we go, finally. And break. Alrighty, we're now ready to activate the second. We are now ready to activate the second air stack. But we better hurry. Because we're already at 16 minutes and we're still playing catch up. Okay. Now, of course, normally the way you do the bell deal is you have to hit this bell, jump out this window here, and jump, 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 and hit the second bell. Now, yeah, because I completed the challenge, I can't trigger it anymore, but... You took my Wraith Blade, you jerk. Okay, let's... up on up here. Oh, that was close. Okay, so let's activate the second one and go up to the next area. Oh yeah, probably better do this too, just to be safe. So, once we defeat Zephon, my goal for today is to get the Sound Glyph, in addition to... Oops. Oh, okay, good. I hit the right one after all. Then again, interaction hints are on, so... My goal is to grab as many collectibles as I can today, so that way we can try and get our health as high as possible before we go to face Cain. Shove. Quick fix. No. It's flying up. Something tells me we weren't actually supposed to do it that way. Call it a sneaking suspicion. Let's see, is there anything else we need to do while we're here? Nope, we can move on. Whoop. No, shoot. I undershot. It's like a parachute. Okay. So this is the last airflow for the level. And this one is the one that really kind of dreads me a little bit, because we have to get through it with... We have to just get through it. And there are 3 segments to this smoke, to this... I was not asking for you to hit me! So we just gotta pull this. And this. I love how he just looks at him like, would you knock it off? That'll work. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to go through there first. Grab that. Trust me, you'll need it. And we'll need to go to our first And this is our first turn dial. And you should probably be warned that you are definitely going into an ambush here. And 1, 2, 3. Your souls are mine. Okay, we don't have time for this. First one down. Next. Now, yeah, if you actually come back... Now, remember this place. It'll be important for a trophy. If you climb up there, you'll open a couple of sounding pipes. And these pipes, I believe, are left over from the original ending. So, that'll give us our first real indicator about how you are supposed to handle yourself in this place once it is complete. And, next we need to go through this hole here. And this will take us to our second dial. And zip, zip. Oh yes, and if you can see that bell over there, originally it was meant for a sound forge, but because that forge was ultimately cut in development, you can now just use these bells at this point to disorient opponents, or knock them off the ceiling like that. So basically, if you do that, you're probably just doing that just to farm it. Okay, now let me think. Woo! Coward. 1, 2, drag. Whoop! Oh dear. Oh jolly gee. Okay. I cannot wait to get the amplified force projectile so I don't have to chase these guys around. Give me that. Okay. Whack. And zip. Now, yeah, luckily, given the age of this game, these guys haven't learned to jump up, so... Ah! No, we don't have time for this. And once you get the sound forge, it gets a lot easier to disorient them. Doesn't matter anyways, we lost it. That's the problem with the Soul Reaver in this game, is it's way too fragile. You lose it for virtually every reason. Sometimes I think they didn't want to actually let you have it this early, but they had no choice in the matter, because they wrote themselves into a corner by making vampires the way they are. Great. Okay, fine. We don't have time to fight you all day. And the box trigger's not working. That's just lovely. And looks like YouTube's notification bell isn't working either. Sometimes I wonder why they even have it. Okay, did that... Do we need... Okay, did that work? 1, 2, 3, 4, and boom. Finally. God. Stupid thing. Like, stupid thing. And to think, once you get to the Terrarium, it's only gonna get worse. Number 2. We can make our return. Wait, just to be safe. Oh, okay. I know where I'm going now. We gotta go that way. To the third one. I wish we had a staff, but I guess that game's not gonna let us have one in this case. So, where we're at now is on the last dial. Once we turn this, we'll be able to ascend to Zephon's Lair. And once we beat him, well, we'll be able to climb. Finally, a hole. 1, 2, 3. Oh, credit. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. Okay, the game is not letting me fight. 1, 2. Oh, right, we're out of magic. Okay, and we do not have time for this. That's kind of the problem with these guys, is they get freaking everywhere. They're such a pain. Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and push this down. Push. Luckily, they're not smart enough to actually follow you up the pipes. Alright, last one. You know, if the trigger would work. And so, we are now ready to go back. We hit the decks of running, boys, and spin those guns around. We had to sink the Bismarck, we had to cut her down. Now then, where am I? Oh, okay, here we are. Let's go this way. So now that we have come full circle and gotten all these sorted out, we can use this block here to make our daring escape. Oops. And we can very carefully fly our way down. 1, 2, phase, and proceed. Okay. Oh, right, yeah, we're in the right way. Okay. And phase. And kaboom. They're going, quit jumping around. We're trying to kill you. Joke's on you, but you technically... There's no real technical way to die in this, besides just straight up running out of life in the spectral. Well, it takes a lot to do that. Like, you have to be screwing up big time to do that. Okay, so now, all we need to do is just hop on here, catch the jet stream up, and try to remember where I'm landing. And we have landed! The Raziel has landed. So, before we proceed any further, make sure you go down this hall and activate the portal in case you screw up in the Zephon fight. Otherwise, you will be back. In fact, I might actually consider screwing this up on purpose, just so that way I can get a trophy out of the way known as the You Are Persistent Raziel trophy. But I think I'm debating doing that or just waiting on it till Duma. Just because the getting it on Duma is a lot easier than trying to do it on Zephon, because, well, you have to really screw up this fight to get sent back to the realm of the Elder God. And make sure you're saving often through this point, because this is where things get really scary. And there is our plot device to win this fight. Well, he's looking different. So there is a trophy for winning this fight, by the way, but you have to destroy all 4 of Zephon's legs in order to get it. So that's why I saved.
Your visage becomes you. It's an appropriate reflection of your soul.
And you are not his handsome Raziel anymore. His precious firstborn son turned betrayer. You have missed so many changes, little Raziel. Look around you. See how the human's weapon of destruction has become my home. Indeed, my body. A cocoon of brick and granite from which to watch a pupating world.
A crevice in which to cower, only scuttling from the shadows to devour a victim already ensnared in your cowardly trap. But you've made the mistake of leaving me unbound, and it is you who must succumb to my will.
Will, instinct, reflex action. The insect mind finds little difference. I warn you, brother. As my stature has grown, so it is matched by my appetite. Step forward, morsel.
Okay, so here's what you need to do. What you will need to do is he will hatch he will hatch these eggs that you will have to throw at him. Whew, watch out. Okay. And you will need to wait for him to get his legs stuck. Be careful not to get hit by them if you want to get the trophy. Ouch. That's gonna leave a mark. And there's the first egg. But yeah, once you grab the egg, get the hell out of there. So all you need to do is throw it, just like this. Do it 2 more times and you win. Of course, we're not gonna fight the boss battle like that. We gotta destroy all the legs first. We gotta wait for him to plant a leg down here. 2 down, 2 to go. Gross. Okay, 1 more leg to go. I'll be taking well, at least we managed to destroy the legs before we lost the Reaver. So, we're just gonna go ahead and yeet another egg at him. and wait for him to hatch one more. Yeah, and watch out. He likes to bite. Whoop! You missed. Whoop! You missed. Gross. I'll take that. I'll be taking this. You know, it's rather funny the way you beat Zephon, because all you have to do is just throw an egg at him and he burns to death. Very, very quick fight. Not even an issue. Here, Zephon, you are always weird and a little creepy. And a sadist. Huh. Raziel goes transparent for a sec. That's neat.
Consuming Zephon's apostate soul has bestowed on you a new gift. Like his vampire spawn, you are able to scale certain walls which are otherwise impassable, but only in the physical realm. In the spirit world, these insubstantial edifices will not support you.
Okay. So... Stifled Titan. Okay, so I discovered something rather interesting when I was doing my replay to get the Cain trophy. If you press L3 and R3 together, you get a camera mode. And, to make things interesting, you can move that camera around. So, we're gonna go ahead and take this picture really quick. Well, I don't know if you can take pictures or not, but we're gonna do that. Let's go ahead and hit X. Take screenshot. Gotta enjoy the moment somehow. Uploading your captures, you can see them on the PlayStation app. So, this here, if this hole were still accessible in the original game, you would use it to go to the top of the cathedral at the end of the game, or more accurately, come down from the pinnacle of the Silence Cathedral to open up the remaining sounding pipes. Ooh. I gotta say, though, they did a really good job on the art. They did a really good job on the art for this area. This looks really good. Unfortunately, you can't trigger... Unfortunately, you have to get out of camera mode to switch, so... Yeah, after you're out of camera mode, you basically, you just kind of, you know, for somebody who's surprisingly dead, he kind of, it's weird to see him still having moving parts when he's dead. Doesn't make it any less creepy. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go back down.
In the mountains beyond the pillars, nosgoth's cataclysms have exposed an ancient crime. Endowed with Zephon's soul, you may now progress where your path was hitherto impeded.
He seriously said hitherto? Okay. So there is a trophy you can get from that one room where we had to open the first airway. And we're gonna go back to that. Why? Well, mostly out of curiosity. And also because there is a trophy there, believe it or not. And also because there is a trophy we can get for going back, for actually returning there and opening and using your newfound climbing ability to, shall we say, oh crud. Yeah, it's not easy to get to. You okay over there, buddy? Oh dear. Oops. No, that's not gonna work. Huh? Okay. Yep, we have a stuck Zephon. That is hilarious. Oh my goodness. Oh, great. I really don't like this part. It takes forever. All we're trying to do is get up there. So, why is this such a pain? Okay. Now, don't hit fly. Or I don't think you have much of a choice in the matter. That's just great. Okay, so if we fly back here and very carefully phase through, the trophy that I'm referring to, known as the A Hymn of Death, can be triggered by doing the following. What you need to do is you need to go over to... What you need to do is you need to phase in. 1, 2, 3, 1 out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This would be a lot easier with the spirit glyph. But, unfortunately, that's a rather powerful glyph that you would not get until pretty late in the game. Like, so late that it hardly even matters. Basically, going up this climbing wall here will grant you access to the top of these here pipes. And, if you open the lids at the top of them, you will not only kill every enemy in the room, but, as a bonus... you get that. You see, for whatever reason, the main problem with the Zephon is that they're really weak to sound. It's honestly kind of... It's a little odd, but it makes sense. Because, remember, the end of the game would have seen you just straight up going through the lair again, and just opening all 3 sets of sounding pipes across this area. Now I say 3 because I believe there were 3 pipes that made up the playable end result, if I recall. Okay, so let's go ahead and go out this way. So yeah, we're just gonna go down. Because we're going to try and collect some little odds and ends as we're going through. And yes, there are some odds and ends we can collect, for better or worse. Now, what we want to do is, you know, dodge getting shanked. Leave me alone. I don't have my Soul Reaver right now, you dicks. Okay, let's see. So, we're gonna go ahead and go over here, I think. Nope, not that one. There's a climbable wall here that we can go to. I just need to remember which one. But preferably without falling over. Oh, here it is. No, no, that was close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My god, how tall is this? Okay, so there's some Eldritch energy up here, but that looks about it. Hardly worth the trouble. Alright, so the next thing we want to do... Oh, no. Oh. Oops. Okay, sorry about that. The next thing we want to do is we are going to... So we're going to have to fall a little bit. And get onto that platform. And we're going to go and walk over here. And the next thing we're going to do is go down this doorway over here. This, it will require us to use the projectile, so we're going to have to come back to that. That'll lead us to... That will lead us to our next Eldritch power-up. So we're just going to go ahead and move on outside. One, two, three. And now with Zephon defeated, I feel fairly confident in saying that we're pretty far along at this point. Far enough, mind you, that... Now, yeah, are we far enough to really go super crazy and just start collecting absolutely everything we see? I don't know. Because there are some health power-ups we need to go get back in both Melkaya and in various other areas. And we also want to try and do the Sound Glyph today, which is going to make up a lot of this episode's runtime, I'm afraid. It's a very long process. And I believe there's a health pick up there, too. Oh, yes, and also the, yeah, I guess you could say we're gonna spend the rest of this episode collecting upgrades. We're not gonna go to Rahab right now. Though I won't say that we aren't potentially planning for the possibility that we're going to have to go and do the Sound Forge next. Because, well, the Sound Forge after the Stone Forge. Why do I keep calling them forges? They're not forges. Ugh. Okay. Tell you what, hang on a second. Looks like my usual isn't up yet, so I'll be right back. Okay. I wanted to go ahead and invite my usual on, so hopefully he'll be on shortly. And I just realized that I forgot to test the chat box. Let's see. There, okay, good. It looks like we are working. Now then, So, because we've already finished Zephon, we're gonna go ahead and spend, as I said, the rest of the episode handling collectibles. And, as you can see in the corner there, you do passively heal in the spectral realm, so make sure you use that to your advantage. That'll be very important later. Okay. Now then, the first health upgrade you can get now that you have the climbing ability is right over here. Just gotta hop up, clunk, clunk, clunk. So that makes 7 pieces of the emblem so far. We've completed the first emblem last episode, and this episode, I will be very surprised if we can do it, but if we can finish an emblem this episode, that'll help us significantly for the fights ahead. We've already collected the one in here, so we can move on. Oh, yeah. And if we go back to the Sanctuary of the Clans, we can visit the Human Citadel one more time. Kaboom. Though, to save my sanity, what we're going to do is we're going to use the portal. I should have used it earlier, but I didn't think. But yeah, we're gonna go back to the Human Citadel first and wrap that one up, because I believe that. Well, okay, we're gonna try to wrap it up. Mostly, it's important to remember one very obnoxious thing, I'm afraid. Because we still need to learn to swim underwater before we can go for the water glyph. Though, admittedly, that glyph is a lot easier than the stone glyph by a country freaking mile. I cannot stand it. Okay. So, let me think. We need to find our climbing wall. There it is. Boop. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this will lead us to our 8th piece. And if we jump over here, and we very carefully work our way around, I saw MK Ice and Fire do this, and I wanted to give it a shot, because there was an Eldritch energy upgrade here that we can get. It leads us to a secret tunnel. I think it's funny. Okay. Let's see. So, watch your step. Don't step in the water yet. Who was that? Yeah, you can kind of hear... You can actually hear people talking in the music now. That's neat. Let's see. So, if we turn here... As you can see, we have our Eldritch magic guarded by a couple of humans, which is really neat. And just so you know, if you chose not to spare the humans, they definitely would have attacked you there. So now, we have 10 magic. And we are officially ready to move on. Oh yes, and also, this texture, keep this in mind, because this texture was also used for the Chronoplast. And also Kane's Mountain Retreat, but we'll get to that in Part 7. So, I don't believe we're finished with this yet. There's still some, well, hang on. Okay, Human Citadel. Health power-ups found 2 of 3, so we're still missing 1. And we've already got our Eldritch power-up, so we're pretty much done with that. Now then, let's go ahead and hunt down that third one. It's around here somewhere. Can't be far. And to think, we're not even close to done with this. But yeah, basically the rule of thumb is if there's a climbing area, you're not done. If there's a climbing area to the level, you're probably not finished with the level. Okay. And I believe this is where the last health is, maybe. No, I guess not. Oh, fiddlesticks. Okay. Let me think. What else is there? What else is there for climbing? Well, you know, besides the obvious. Now, I don't recall if this is the same area from the Undercity or not, but... And also, I also want to correct myself from last episode. This was actually the Spirit Forge from back then. You would have basically you would have grabbed that enemy from over there, and you would have... and to create the Spirit Reaver, you would have basically thrown him into here. And so your Spirit Reaver, the quote-unquote, the most powerful Reaver in the game, until you get the Cain Reaver, would be created. Imagine being late again. Sorry, Keith. It's all good, Huey. It's all good. Welcome to the chat. Okay, so to fill you in, we just beat Zephon, and I also did, and I think I sent you the video directly as as a YouTube producer. You have a level of communication that I really should advertise more. But we were able to defeat Cain and get the Unconscionable trophy. So, right now, we're basically just spending the rest of the episode hunting for upgrades. Particularly health upgrades, but I was able to secure an Eldritch magic power-up as well. Apparently, there is one more health power-up here. My suspect guess is that it's probably underwater, which means we can't do it right now, but if that's true, then I guess we'll go ahead and move on. Sorry. Oh. Sounds good. Cool. Okay, now let me think. I believe it has something to do with up there, because that is a... but I'm not 100% sure. Ah, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. An Eldritch Gem energy that we already have. Oh my god. Okay. Let me think. Come on. I know my brain... Come on, I know it's around here somewhere. I think we've already... We probably already went this way, but just to be... Yeah, okay, we already did. Oh, hello. Huh. There's a weapon there. Unfortunately, there's a possibility that we'll have to look this one up later. Partly because it is probably underground or underwater, so we need to learn to swim underwater before we can get it, and that's not going. We're not going to do that this episode, otherwise we'd be here all freaking day. So, Plan B. We're going to go ahead and head to Melchiah's clan territory next, and go pick up the remaining upgrades there as conditions permit. Coward. Now we're gonna have to be careful not to accidentally fall into the void. And there's also the, as far as getting, there is the access to the Stone Forge is in Melchiah's clan territory as well. So after we're done picking up the remaining health artifact there, we'll go ahead and move on to that. Because I think my plan for today is to do the Stone Forge and just get it over with, because it's gonna take forever. Like, this episode's gonna run longer than the others because of that. So yeah, just a heads up there. Okay. There is another health power-up that we somehow missed. God. Though I am 95% sure that one requires the constrict ability. I just want to hear out the idea anyway. Let's go, you. You're going for a swim. Whoop. Okay. But yeah, I am pretty sure you need the constrict power to get that remaining power up. But, yeah, well. Okay. Let me think. I guess we'll just go ahead and head on over. I think a lot of people care about a lot of things that a lot of people shouldn't really care a lot about. Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay. And let's see. going to use the portal to take a shortcut to Melchiah's territory. That'll make this next step a lot easier. And then we're going to head for the Stone Glyph. Our second glyph of the game, the Stone Glyph, is able to stun enemies in place, and quite literally, you can destroy them like how you would in Blood Omen. It's a very nostalgic power-up, all things considered. But first, this. Yeah, be careful not to fall in the water by accident. Our eighth one. So that means our 9th one will be in the Stone Glyph. And that officially means the Necropolis is done. We've got all of the power-ups for it, and we can move on. As far as the Silence Cathedral goes, we have one more health power-up to find, and an Eldritch power-up. The Human Citadel's almost done. And if we gotta scroll up here. Sanctuary of the... Okay. Alrighty, now it's time for us to... Well, time to off ourselves. Quite literally. Because that's the only way you're getting to this particular glyph for the moment. I mean, yeah, we could come back to it later, but it's just gonna be a bigger headache to try and retrace our steps here. So, let's go ahead and move forward, because this next step is going to be quite long. This glyph is not a short one by any stretch. Of course, I need to remember where I'm going. Because it has been a long time since we've done this one in particular. You beat Kane in 14 seconds. Basically, that's if you don't get hit. But yes, I was able to beat him in about 14 seconds. Ow. Honestly, round 2 is going to be way harder, but thank Christ you don't have... there isn't a no-hit trophy for that, or we'd be here all damn day. That trophy is not fun. Alright. Taking these, yoink. Alrighty, and welcome. And welcome to the beginning of the Stone Glyph. That's how you have to have the climbing ability to get to it. You cannot get to it early. Not unless you want to cheat and enable climbing early so you can get to it faster. Oops. And this is Nupraptor's retreat. Long since fallen from its former magnificence. This place will be how we move up to get to the Stone Glyph, but first, we need to enable the portal just in case we really screw this up. Alright, let's go ahead and move on. And kaboom. Yoink. Oh, I guess this means we've absorbed 100 souls. Haha. We're practically a vampire Shang Tsung. Clink, 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 clink. All right. Let's. Whoop. The new Transformers line for the US includes Armor Changers Ultimate, Armor Changers Megatron, Chompin' Battle, Grimlock, Scorplock, and Strike Battle. Wow, that is a lot of... What are those, Decepticons? Okay, so now we have the Stoneforge portal working in case we need to come back. And we can go ahead and get moving. In a way, the Stoneforge is a platforming challenge, a major one. As in, you're gonna have so much fun trying to play it. Oddly, only one Autobot odd enough that in that lineup. Oh, okay. So it is mostly Decepticons and like one Autobot then. That's interesting. I'm going to assume Grimlock's the Autobot. I mean, I think he's usually been. I think that's what he's usually been anyway, so. Okay, here we go. Now this is where the fun begins, because we gotta hop on up here. And we need to shift into Spectral for this next part, very carefully. And we are going to use L1, or R, I think that's that. Basically, we're sneaking. We're not taking our chances. I am not taking my chances here. Screw that noise. Screw that noise. I am not risking it. Whew. Oh, great. I'll be taking that. Luckily, these guys are slow enough that I can pick them off one at a time. Oh, lovely. I'll be taking that. Whenever I think I only ever played this around my parents once, and Dad thought Raziel was Vlad the Impaler. I mean, I can see where he's coming from. Ah. Oh, did I get it? Okay, I got it now. Okay. Alright. I managed to do it without needing to shift, but we gotta shift. And yoink, yoink. Your souls are mine. Okay. So, so to get to the health pickup, it's gonna be a very long glide, unfortunately. They did not make this glide simple. Wasn't Vlad the Impaler a national hero who protected Romania from invaders? I think that, well, that's where a lot of people got the name of Vlad Dracula Tepesh, so, I mean, your guess is as good as mine, I'm afraid. Hang on a second here. We've got to get our body back up to normal. We need to remanifest before I can actually go in, before I actually take a chance with the flight. Okay, let me think. I am in a very, very awkward spot. And this is where Shift Anywhere would prove extremely vital. But, since we don't have it, we're just gonna have to take our chances. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. So anyways, we need to get to our next point. Yes, got it. Okay. So you can see the next health upgrade piece over there, but we need to remanifest in the material world in order to get to it, because we have to aim this just right. Unfortunately, it's not ideal. This is such a mess of a way to get to it. Okay, that's the stone forge. We'll get to that in a minute. But first, for my next magic trick, we're going to somehow shoot that thing over there. Hopefully without falling off the edge, because I'd be very sad if we did that. Oh, right. Oh, fun. Okay. I made a error. I made a terrible error. I made a terrible lapse in judgment. Okay, but at least we made it to that forge. We just... great. We don't have time for this. Out of my way, ghoul. I got work to do. Dun, 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 dun. Whoop. No. Oh, great. Unfortunately, we won't be able to access that particular health upgrade until a little later, since we need the amplified force projectile and a lot of luck to make it work. Honestly, I really don't like where they place the map button. It's way too easy to accidentally trigger it. How hard is it to just put it, just make it an option and not ugh. Okay, where am I going? Where am I going? Might as well just be holding that L1 from the start. So the official Gundam Transformers collab includes the RX-78-2 and Mark II and Zeta, since these were the only Gundam models that existed in 1985. Strange that it took them so long to make a sequel to Gundam. Well, the thing is, I think they had to figure out a way of how to actually follow up on it. And that can be the difficult part, I'm afraid. Great. Lovely. Oh, no, 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 no. Great, that's just fantastic. Thank you, game, you jerk. Okay, whoa. Unfortunately, this platforming challenge is not fun and really should have been toned down quite a bit. Mostly just to avoid giving everyone a headache. Okay. Yay. What is going on here? Oh, that's lovely. Houston, we have broken the game. Oh no. Oh no, what do we do now? We're stuck. We are stuck. We weren't supposed to do that. Oh no. Okay, hang on. Okay. Okay, so now that we got that sorted out, let's go ahead and not do that. But at least now that we have the stone portal, we can return through it and save ourselves an unnecessary amount of headache. Now, very carefully, we're going to make our way back there and try again. Oh. Oh, we can do that. Okay. Man, where am I today? Holy cow. That was my bad. I completely lapsed that in my judgment. 1, 2, 3, and yoink. Can I make it? Can I make it? No, we cannot make it. Great. You need to have the force project. Okay, you know what? Screw it. Let's go do that right now. Normally, I don't pull out of a challenge like this, but in order to get that power up, we have to get the AFP, and the only way to get the AFP is to go back to the Sanctuary of the Clans. So, guess what? Looks like we get to fight the. Looks like we got to get to fight a Terrellium today. This ought to be fun. Okay, and away we go, and away we go. Which way are we going here? I do not know. Hop over him. Could you imagine if they had put in some kind of ability to just straight up kick them upside the head just to get them out of the way? It'd be like an evasion maneuver. That'd just make it hilarious. Alright, just gonna quickly phase in. Rip, rip. Of course, once we get the AFP, this will actually open the door to a few things, actually. It'll open the door to us doing 2 glyphs today, potentially. Terrellium sounds like an element discovered by a guy named Terrelli. Yeah, that's one way to put it. No. Terrell is the scrapped brother that was not included in this game. While he is in the bonus content, we're not going to be covering that right now. But don't worry, we'll get to it. But just not at the moment. We gotta beat the main game first. Alright, so, where is that climbing wall? Here it is. Whoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up. Oh, lovely, we're taking a long way. There's the door. More than likely, this is where Zephon would have probably popped in from for clan meetings, I'm sure.
The ancient tomb of the Seraphim, once impenetrably sealed, now ravaged by nosgoth's upheavals, its mysteries lay exposed. In the time of Vorador, centuries before Cain was made, the Seraphim warrior priests waged a merciless war against the vampire tribes of Nosgoth. Emboldened by righteousness, they committed unspeakable and indiscriminate acts of violence, massacring fledglings and ancients alike. They decimated entire bloodlines in mere decades. Now, their husks lay here, murderers enshrined.
Okay, so before we go in, we have to unlock a gate. Well, we have, yeah, a portal gate. And oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we lost it. Okay, that's just lovely. Okay, never mind then. We'll just have to do this the long way. Okay, so there's our gate. This will be our way back to the Stoneforge because there is a back way out. Because there is a way out of this that we can use to get back to the Stoneforge in a reasonable time. And we may consider doing the Soundforge today if we have time.
Take heed, Raziel. A forgotten history lies within.
Here we
Know
go.
thyself, though it may destroy you.
Now, bear in mind, once we get the Force Projectile, this gets a lot easier. Holy cow, hi. Oh, and also, I didn't want to say this on the offset, but when we go to fight the Terrellium boss, I do want to give an epilepsy warning for anybody who is sensitive to that, as unfortunately, there's some flashing lights.
A sigh of sepulchral air escaped the inner chamber. I was not prepared for what lay beyond this threshold.
Heretic. And here's the big reveal.
These crypts, defiled caskets of Seraphim saints, bearing my brothers' names, and my own. The irony of Cain's blasphemous act rushed in on me with the crushing force of revelation. Were my hands not as bloody as these? Worse, I had spilled the blood of my brothers, these very comrades whose tombs lay ravaged before me.
Yes, Raziel, you were a Seraphon, born of the same force that all but destroyed your race. Before the dawn of the Empire, you were chosen. Cain, Nosgoth's solitary self-declared monarch, plundered this tomb and raised you from these crypts. Breathing his vampiric gift into your defiled corpses, he resurrected you as his favored sons.
And there's the Know Yourself trophy. So, know thyself, sorry. So basically what we do from here is we shift and we fall. And also watch out for the Suon on the way down. And now, the Terrellium boss is something, to say the least. Now, there are other Terrellium in this... There are other Terrellium in the game, but you really won't see them until you get to the Light Forge after you learn to swim underwater. Not Light Forge. The Light... Sorry. The Light Glyph. There we go, that's the word. Here we go. And there he is.
Heretic, you shall not pass.
Huh.
Such loyalty to one who has you guarding this outpost like a chained dog. Do you prosper on the scraps he casts you?
Your insults will do nothing to blunt the agonies of...
Behold the result. I have no more to fear from you.
Rabbit Man. Well, I mean, I suppose, and jump. Oh, shoot, dang it. Well, I was hoping to take him out with the Soul Reaver, but... Oh, shoot. Crap. Get over here. Okay, I don't remember him ripping me apart that quickly, but... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And throw in the water. Got him. And there's the flashing colors. Ugh.
This relic has infused you with the power
You shall pass.
space. As your symbiotic weapon, the Soul Reaver is also thus enhanced.
Also, thus
You may focus and project an orb of kinetic energy to strike objects that are otherwise beyond your reach.
Okay, so what he is referring to, the giant squid guy, is that I can now do this. And just so we do it. And just so we have it. Boop. You'll be solving some very intriguing puzzles with this, so don't ignore it. So, now that we're all finished here, we're gonna go ahead and head back up to the surface and go for the stone forge, or glyph. Of course, you realistically wouldn't get down here without the climbing ability, so trying to do this out of order is the last thing you want to do. Alright. Now, the Terrellium, the clan territory of the Terrellium, is known as the Smokestack. From there, you would use that to go to Kane's mountain retreat, and that whole headache would have been... I don't think that headache would have been very doable in the... That whole thing was a headache and a half for them to develop, so it probably would have been a mess for us to actually play it. Okay. And now that we have this, most opponents should be no trouble for us. Particularly the slower ones that can't really dodge blasts. Hey, where'd the other guy go? Ah. Uh-oh. Ah! Hello. Where'd you come from? Oh, right. I should probably go ahead and do this now, just so that way it's done. Phew. Oh, no, 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 no. Shit. That's just lovely. Not well designed in the least. Hi, hi. And goodbye. Poof. He's gone. I can't believe I slipped off so close to it. I really need to slow down a bit. Very carefully. Got it. Now. Open fire on everything! Ah! That is way nicer than you might think. I love having the projectile. It makes tearing those guys a new one so much easier. That being said, oh shoot. Well, this is awkward. And this is exactly why that was exactly why I was only demonstrating that. Now we gotta do this whole thing over again. Whoop. Well, on the bright side, if I have to go do this again, well, I'll be pretty darn experienced now, won't I? Oh yes, and you can use the force projectile without the Reaver, but this is just easier. But try not to lose the Reaver, at least. Okay, oh shoot, why did I do that? Dang it, I forgot to jump. Wait. Okay, lovely. Oh, great. Now I'm just going in circles. I understand what I need to do now. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, I guess you could say that's a blind jump, technically. Okay. Now I think I've gotten pretty good at that now. Let's see here. We just need to hit that box out of the way. I don't know if we can push it down entirely, but zip, pew! I missed. Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed. Alrighty. But how does Raziel pay his taxes on time? Well, he's dead, and this is an empire, so I honestly don't know. Okay, now. And boop. Oh no. Well, wait a minute. Ah, you kidding me? Well, okay, so that's bugged. I'm not really sure how exactly you're supposed to hit. I'm not sure how you're supposed to hit that. I'll have to look that one up, because something about that looks really bugged. I don't think that's supposed to be that way. I guess we'll have to do that health pickup some other time. Because, unfortunately, that one is... They don't make that easy to get to. We're almost to the 2-hour mark already, and we have not made any progress towards the Sound Glyph. Okay. No more screwing around. Gotta go do the Sound Glyph. We'll fight with that stupid thing some other time, because I'm gonna have to look that one up off screen to get it. Just like the trophies, unfortunately, some of these things just aren't doable on screen, I'm afraid. Or if they are doable on screen, well, we didn't get very good luck. Unless there's some hidden way to shoot projectiles while flying, which I doubt. Yeah, you can't do it while flying. We're just gonna have to do this we're just gonna go ahead and get this done, then we're gonna move on to the Sound Glyph, and then we're gonna call it good. At least for today's episode. Oh, and also, don't forget, do not miss this when you want. Don't miss this when you come in. There is a... This, I believe, is a blank. This one is a blank brick, I believe, so don't... It's easy to miss this on the way in, but whatever you do, don't. You're gonna be running all over the forge trying to find this later if you don't. Of course, the other nice thing about the projectile is you can just boop. Okay, that one's in. Let's grab this one, because this is actually not a blank. And this is how you know I have played this glyph way too many times, that I can do it from... I can basically do it backwards, basically. Because that's what's going on here. Yeah, and there's a lot of block puzzles in this. But at least when this one's done, it'll be done, and we don't have to fight with it again. Get in here, click. Try this one first. That one clicked. That one's in. Now then. This, I want to say... This one I want to say is a blank for the last block. Yep, it's a blank. Okay. So this one we'll be using... this one off of there. Maybe. I think we may have done this a little too quick. Uh-oh. I think we did. I think we completed this a little too fast. Shoot. This is not... Wait. Does this move? No, it does not move. Okay. That's just fantastic. Oh boy. Well, let that be a cautionary tale. Oh wait, here we go. That'll work. This one, I believe... This one... This one's a gamble. I don't know if this one's gonna work or not. Okay. Uh-oh. I think we may have committed a cardinal sin here. I think we got done with it too quick. Oh no, that's why. I don't know. Can we... Okay, good. We know where this one is. Because I know when these are locked in, you're not supposed to be able to move them. But yeah, whatever you do, before you do this puzzle, make sure you get everything you need off the top of wherever it needs to be pulled from, or you're gonna be in for it. Good thing today's not Friday, or this would be very awkward. Okay, let's just... Come on, knock it off. Okay, come on. Move it. I heard a click. Let's wrap this up. Yeah, this puzzle definitely takes the longest, I think. But honestly, if you get experienced enough with it, it's really not that bad. Now, of course, once we learn to swim underwater, the priority then will be to gather whatever deals. Alright. Alrighty. Woohoo! We've got ourselves the Sound Glyph. I'll show you how it works in a second. Once we collect it. Love the name. Hammer time. Perfect. Kaboom! Alright. So... now, I need an enemy to really show you how it works. Oh. It's night. My god, so much time has passed in the... well, I guess we can get this trophy at least. Be careful not to touch the walls, though, because I don't know if that DQs you from it. Oh, dang, it wasn't long enough. But at least now we got that done. Ooh, this is the perfect chance to show you how it works. Okay, so the Sound Glyph basically paralyzes your enemies and allows you to shatter them. Just like that. It is so nice for clearing out a group of enemies. I love it. It is such a fun glyph to use. Now, why did you do that? What's this? Oh, okay. So that's how you get to that. Well, I guess that works. Well, I guess we're going back to Zephon's lair to go wrap that up. Little disappointing. We're gonna have to look that one up off screen, but oh well. Alrighty now, we're at 2 hours and 7 minutes. And we are re-entering the Silence Cathedral to get the Sound Glyph. This will bring us up to 4 glyphs collected, and we'll be very close to... And I believe there is an Eldritch upgrade in there too. So, we're gonna go ahead and get those done. Don't hurt the humans. Okay. Now, of course, thanks to our new projectile ability, and the Zephon who gave us so much trouble earlier are no longer a problem. Basically, if you know how to use it, the glyphs are the most overpowered things in the game. It's great, I love it. Alrighty. And yoink. Okay. Now, yeah, I could easily start from Zephon's Lair and just work my way down, but frankly, this is much easier, and to get you where you need to go a lot faster. Now, what I'd like to know is how to re-trigger the cycle to get back to daytime, because I cannot see. Alrighty, so for our next magic trick, we're going to get to the Sound Glyph, but first we're going to grab that Eldritch Energy upgrade before we... We're going to grab the Eldritch Energy upgrade by going up here. And going back to that climbing wall we saw earlier. Using this wall, we'll go back to that area where you have to blast that piece of glass. And in turn, we will have our second Eldritch Energy. So now that we have that, our next step is to go down to the Sound Forge and, well, the Sound Glyph. And to get to that, all you need to do is just do the following. First, you need to go out of the you need to escape the Eldritch area and drop to the bottom of the cathedral. Don't fly up, drop to the very bottom. From there, there is a little hole that you can walk down. There is a little cave that you will need to walk through to get to the area. And watch out for enemies on your way in, because there should be about... Okay, got him. So now we are heading for the Sound Forge, which is objectively way easier than the one we just did. So, the next thing you want to do is abandon your physical form. This is how overpowered the force projectile is, by the way. It is insane how quickly you can tear through even the vampire spirits now. Now, yeah, I would advise against using this against somebody like Cain for round 2, if only just because you can't get to him. The only reason why you should consider using this against Cain is if you know you're not going to hit him in time and just need to stop him from firing a blast of lightning at you. Okay, so... Now we're in the actual challenge, we grab the mallet, and what we're doing is we need to climb up here. And pay very close attention to how this is handled, because we'll be doing this for the Fire Forge very, very soon. And I just realized my mistake. Crap. Okay, well, I mean, a lot of people do that from time to time, so don't really stress it if you do that by accident. You have to shift back into the spiritual world before you actually make that jump, just so you know. So, after you make it over, grab your mallet, and just go walk right up to the forge, and... No. You haven't... I wish you could do it that way, that'd be funny. And just watch the fireworks, or, in this case, the soundworks. I'll admit, looks a little unfinished. It was like that in the original too. I mean, to be fair, this game was a bit of a rush job. Soul Reaver. That's a great name. No, well, that's, I think, okay, 2 hours, 17 minutes, I think we've gone far enough. Well, folks, I know this one took a bit longer than usual on account of, well, trying to do a bunch of random stuff, but I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to call this good for now. Partly just for my own sanity, if nothing else. So, with that done and over with, we're going to go ahead and go back into... we're going to go ahead and just get out of the Silence Cathedral, and that'll be it. Because we're just kind of done. At least, well, hang on. Let me check one thing. Sound Glyph, nothing to see. Silence Cathedral, 1 of 2 health power-ups found. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to do some of these power-ups off-screen, because if I didn't catch them the first time, there's probably a reason. And it's probably something really difficult. Alrighty, well, I think we're pretty much ready to bring this to a close, but hang on a second. I see London, I see France, I see a climbing area. Oh my god, hi. No, bad monster, bad monster. Don't sneak up on me, that's very rude. Let's see, what's over here? I don't know, because it's such a long climb. Oh, it's just more Eldritch energy. Ugh. Well, thank you all for watching today's episode, and tomorrow we are going to be going through the Drowned Abbey and collecting the last remaining glyphs of the game, in addition to defeating Rahab. So, see you all next time, and have a good one. Thank you for watching this episode of ConStorm Live, part of the ConStorm Entertainment Network.